So Divam gave speech number 10. Did he burst into flames? Anything like that happen? Did he pass out? No. All right. So I think a big round of applause. That's a major milestone. But an interesting thing about Toastmasters is that speech 10 is a great speech. You gave speech number 2 today. Did he burst into flames? No, I think so. A round of applause. That's fantastic. All right. So, it was interesting because I was sitting there and listening to his speech, which was basically that nature is a banker. And I was thinking, this is a very good speech. I thought that was a very well-designed speech. It caught my attention. It was well stated. And his concept flowed throughout the entire speech, right? Now, his delivery technique was very good. Your voice is very clear. It's very easy to understand. Eye contact is something that we probably have to work on. Now, your speech, I don't know how complicated it was from your notes. I don't know how many notes you had or didn't have, but there was a great deal of thinking clearly going on your part. And what happens is when you have to think about what you're going to say, it takes away from your actual delivery of the speech. So that's the whole concept behind practicing your speech. If you practice your speech, the purpose is not to memorize your speech. In fact, that's pretty much the kiss of death, right? Because then it becomes very boring. You become bored telling it, we become bored listening to you, and that does nobody any good. But if you practice your speech enough times, 7 is roughly the magic number for practicing your speeches, what happens is you become very familiar. It's a familiar path. You know the territory. If I'm speaking about this, I know what comes next. And I didn't get that impression from your speech. You were thinking very hard about what you were going to say next. And in all honesty, that took away from the speech a little bit. The design, the construction of the speech was excellent. It was very good. But you were spending a little bit too much time trying to focus on exactly what you wanted to say next time. The other thing that I'd like to see in your next speech, which I believe would be speech number 3, would be a little bit more using your body. Putting into, and admittedly, Toastmasters takes care of this and stuff like that. But remember, when you're up here and giving a speech, it's not just your voice that you have to work with, but it's the emotion that you can put into your face, and it's also your body, your complete body, gestures, of course, but also where you stand, how you stand, and how you move. So your speech actually had a great deal of emotion in it because you were talking about, pretty much the end of the world if we're not careful. So it was a great opportunity to put a lot of emotion into your face and actually to use your body to communicate how strongly you felt about the topic. Didn't see that, but that's what speech number 3 is all about.
Thank you. Now the functionaries, our counter.